Hey everyone, and welcome back to Your Property Journey, episode 6. So, for today's episode, I wanted to chat about the various websites that you can utilize when you're ready to start searching for properties. So, right off, number one, we have, of course, our company website, Ep6 South Africa, and you can search by inserting the suburb or the area that you're looking at throughout South Africa, of course, or you can use the interactive map that is on the website, and you can zoom in and zoom out and you can see all the different properties that are listed in the areas, and you simply click on the specific listing that pops up, and then you'll be able to see all the information just like any other listing ad, and then contact the agent accordingly. Number two, we of course have Property 24, which I think is one of the oldest property search websites, and of course they also have an app. So previously you could only search one area or suburb at a time, but now you can search multiple areas with one search. So you could put in, for example, Goodwood, Paddo, maybe Tegadal, which is a smaller area in Goodwood, for example, and Belleville, Kuils River, and your price range. And if you wanted to make it more specific, like that it has a pool, or that it has a granny flat or a separate property on the property, and then you can search in that way. Number three, we have private property, which is also a website or an app that you can utilize. And I also wanted to add that when you are starting your search and you are looking at various properties, I always suggest that you save all the searches that you actually want to view. So you like heart it and add it to your favorites, so that when you go out and view the different properties, you can sort of start unfavoriting the different ones and kind of work your way through all the properties that kind of meet your requirements. Okay. Then the other website that we also advertise that not many people know about. So there's two websites. It's called My Property. And again, you can search all the properties throughout South Africa, and you can also search for an agent just by their first name and see what properties they have listed, for example. And it's also a good way to see if the agent is even also a registered property practitioner. Then the next website is ProperStar, also one of the newer websites that you can search your properties throughout South Africa. And then I also wanted to add that advertising on these websites are sometimes quite expensive for smaller agencies. So if you are looking at a specific area or a specific suburb, what you could do is just search for real estate agencies in that specific area, and then of course all the different websites would come up. And it's normally the smaller websites or smaller estate agents that would also come up that maybe some people didn't know about, besides, more of the well-known agencies. And then you actually go in and search on their website for their listings, because sometimes they can't afford the expensive fees of advertising on Property 24 and private property, for example. So that's also another way of looking for properties that might not be advertised on the more well-known websites. And then, very lastly, I wanted to say that if you are unsure about an agent that you are busy dealing with that is perhaps helping you find a property, please go and check on PPRA. I will put the website address here, or you can just Google, check it on Google, and you will be able to search and see if the agent is actually a registered and a registered agent with PRA. So they are actually legally able to sell properties or assist you with buying properties. You would just insert their name and their surname, and then you'll be able to see. Okay. So I think that is all. Oh, and then of course there are still smaller websites like Gumtree, where there are still people that advertise property sales and rentals. But I want to please advise clients, especially with rentals. I've heard many horror stories of people giving deposits to supposed agents, and they rock up at the property on the day that they're supposed to move in, and then A, there's still people living there, or B, there's more people besides themselves that are ready to move into this property, and then they cannot get hold of this person that they gave a deposit to, and they've moved out where they were staying. I've heard horror stories. So please do your due diligence, whether you are renting, whether you are selling, whether you are buying. It's an important decision that you make. So that is all for today's episode. I hope you found the information useful. Please like and share with people that you know that might find the information valuable. And I'll see you all at the next episode of Your Property Journey, bringing you home.